Hello there, Divas. How to get over the fear of anything. So, this is a rather spontaneous live stream right from my living room, and I thought that this was such a common challenge for so many of us, fear, and how to get over fear around so many of our love situations, job situations, dating situations, that I wanted to come in and give my quick input, my quick process for getting over the fear of anything in your life, no matter what it is. So the live stream has been prompted by a question that I received from one of you, actually, my community, my amazing diva community, and here's what it reads. Hi Sami, thank you for doing the wonderful work you do. I am such a big fan of yours and I am reaching out with honesty for your help and hoping for a response. After doing some of your smaller programs last year, I have realized that I am still stuck in a cycle of fear in all aspects of my life, Sami. I want another job. I hate my current job, but I am afraid. What if I don't find another job that I love, and so I stay here in a job that I don't like? I want to find the love of my life, and I want to work with you in your mastermind, but I'm afraid of investing in myself and maybe afraid of my success as well. As a result, nothing in my life seems to move forward, Sami. I am exactly where I was a year ago. Can you please tell me how to overcome these fears, because they are really hindering the quality of my life? Well, Sonia, that's the question from Sonia. And Sonia, I totally get it. I totally get it, because guess what? Fear, and this is the number one thing I want you all to understand about fear, is that fear is never going to entirely go away. So instead of seeing fear as a hindrance in our journeys, we really have to start seeing fear as a part of our journey. Okay? It's not an enemy that you have to hate and shoot down. It is actually your companion. So you want to reframe the way you look at fear, because fear is never going to entirely go away. Yeah? So no matter how big you get and how self-evolved and self-aware you are, at every level of your growth, fear is going to accompany you. Fear is going to be a partner no matter what you are trying to achieve. So the first thing I want to say here is to really change your relationship with fear. Instead of looking at it as your enemy, you want to start looking at it as your companion, because it's going to be there with you all along. Okay? So we don't want to hate our fear, and we don't want to not feel fear. What we want to do is we want to manage our fear so that it does not hinder that which we desire to have. It does not stop us from going for that which we desire to have. Okay, so you might have often noticed me saying on my community, feel the fear and do it anyway. Feel the fear and do it anyway. But what I'm going to do today is give you a step-by-step process of how exactly you can do that. Feel the fear and do it anyway. So the first step in managing fear is to actually recognize that there is fear, right? So many times the feelings we feel are not our intuition. We often think it's our intuition, right? We often think that this feeling that we're feeling in the pit of our stomach is our intuition, but actually what we're feeling is fear. And the way to recognize fear is to recognize that it's intense and that it feels negative. It feels negative. It brings you down. It brings your energy down. Fear doesn't feel good. Yeah. So if anything, if you're having a desire and you want to go for it, you want to go for that new job, but like every time you think about a new job, your rational mind kicks in and tells you why you can't go for it and why you can't start your own business, or why you can't have your soulmate in your life, or why you can't have a better marriage. Your logical mind will kick in and try to keep you safe. And very often we don't recognize that that is just fear talking. It's not our intuition. It's not the voice of our soul. Yeah, but we confuse it because it's a rational voice, it's what we know, we often take that answer to be final and we give in. So unless you recognize that the the voices that are going on in your head are actually nothing else but your fears, you're not going to be able to manage that. So the first step in navigating any kind of fears is to actually recognize that what you're feeling is afraid, and being able to acknowledge that you're afraid, and it's your fears talking. And the way you recognize that is by feeling in your body intensity of emotion and negativity, and a vibrational down instead of a vibrational up. Now, once you've done that and you recognize what you're feeling is fear. So for instance, I've been connecting with a lot of women who want to join the Inner Circle group coaching program, and they all very honestly share with me that, Sami, I really want to do it. When I ask them, are you committed to the change? Are you ready to transform your love life? They say yes, 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 yes. And then when I say, okay, let's do it. Here's the link. Here's where you sign up. Here's how you pay. That's when it's like, oh, but, can I think about it? Can I reconsider this? And that's when our fear kicks in. Yeah, that's when fear says, are you sure this is going to work? Are you sure you want to do this? Don't you want to feel safe? Why do you want to take the risk? Yeah, so those are the voices of fear, and they will never feel uplifting. Those voices never feel uplifting. They always feel like they pull you down, but they do keep you safe, by the way. So they do keep you safe. And that's why it can be so confusing sometimes to recognize fear, because staying in fear often also feels safe because it's the only thing we know. And I think that's what Sonia is experiencing in her situation. She has become so used to staying in her comfort zone. She has become so used to just living in her fears that's the most rational thing for her mind to do, keep her safe. And therefore, thinking of anything more or desiring anything more is going to push her out of her comfort zone, and her fears pull her back and want to keep her safe. Her mind wants to keep her safe. Okay? So it's really important to understand this particular aspect about fears, okay, and being able to recognize them and being able to understand that our fears have no contribution in taking us ahead, but the only contribution they have in our lives is to keep us safe. And safety is not where anything happens. You don't achieve anything in the comfort zone, in the safety zone. Yeah. Point number 2, once you have recognized that voice of hesitation and that voice of saying, don't go ahead, you're not safe, is actually fear, step number 2 is to tune into our desire. And to ask yourself the question, if I wasn't afraid, what would I do and what do I want? If I wasn't afraid, what do I want and what would I do? If I wasn't afraid, Sonia, if you weren't afraid, you would apply for a new job and many new jobs. You're going to rotational date with your jobs. Yeah? If you weren't afraid, Sonia, you would write to me and say, Sami, I've been watching you for the longest time. I am so stuck. I want to do this. I want to work with you. I want to be brave enough and reach out to you. Yeah? If you were not afraid, what would you do and what do you desire? Really tune into the energy of that, because that is what the universe is calling you to do. That is what the universe is calling you to express. Your desires are the way of the universe to tell you what you're capable of. Your desires are a sign that the universe is saying, hey girl, get over your fears and step into your best self and live your best life and go for that best job and go for that best relationship and marriage and love. Yeah. So the desires that we have within us are a way of the universe to express our potential to us. And it's our fears and our small mind that keeps us stuck. Yeah. So at step number 2, you really want to tune into your desire and ask yourself, what would I do and what do I desire if I wasn't afraid? And then really write it down and own it. Own it. Yeah, that is your truth. That is what the universe is calling you to achieve. And every single leader on the planet, any person who has created any kind of impact, achieved any kind of thing, overcome any kind of personal demons, inner demons, has gone through this process. Yeah. Sometimes I get emails saying, "Hi, I would like to get on a call with you. I don't know if I'm meant to be single or even meant for love, but I'd like to figure that out." And I'm like, "Hey girl, if you want something, you gotta first own it. If you're yourself doubting if you deserve love, and if you're yourself doubting if you are worthy of a great relationship, then that's exactly the belief that is going to be confirmed to you." Yeah. So it is so important that we own our desires, ladies, and we tune into them and we ask ourselves, what would I do if I wasn't afraid? Yeah. And step number 3 is the easiest and the hardest, which is to go do exactly that thing that you would do if you were not afraid. Yeah. To go do exactly that thing that you would do if you were not afraid. I call it leap into your fear. Yeah. Leap over your fear. Yeah. Leap into love, leap over your fear. Yeah. And this part is easy when you just think of it, okay, so I know what I want to do, and if I wasn't afraid, I would do this, so I just go do this. Yeah. This is the easy part. The hard part here is the feelings that will come up afterwards. Yeah. So the feelings of, I'm not safe. Am I stupid? Am I what am I even thinking here? What am I doing? I'm spending so much investing. So you're going to tell yourself, I'm spending so much money into my love life. Am I a fool? Or Sonia, in your case, I'm giving up the safety of my current job. Am I a fool in order to go for that bigger job, that better job where I feel better? Am I a fool? Am I a fool? Am I a fool? Yeah. So this is what makes this step hard. All the feeling of risk, uncertainty, and unsafety that comes along with going for our desires and actually stepping into the direction of our desires. So here's what's going to help you. Yeah. In my meditations and in my affirmations, I often talk about how the universe is like a loving parent. Yeah. The universe, we are all the children of this amazing, magnificent, rich, limitless universe. And the universe equally believes in all of our desires. Yeah. And the universe wants us to succeed. So it's like a loving parent, it's this encouraging force standing behind you saying, Sonia, go for your job. Sonia, go for your dreams. Sonia, if you think Sami can help you attract that dream relationship, what are you waiting for? Write to her, contact her. Yeah. So the universe is in the back saying, go, get help, get support, get those dreams met. And this is what we often forget. Yeah, this is why the feelings of unsafety, and this is why the feelings of risk and risk aversion come up in our life, because we so often forget that we are loved and we are supported by this limitless universe, and we are all its children. So what really helps me every time I, navigate my fears, every time I leap over my fears, and I go exactly in the direction of my desires, and I want to impact millions of women out in the world with this work and change many, many, many lives. And so I can't afford to be stuck in my fear zone. Yeah, I can't afford to doubt my desires. I really go in the direction of them. And so what really helps me is to always stay connected with the loving energy of the universe. Yeah, and to think of it as a loving, caring parent that is there to make us feel safe. So the minute you take that leap, the minute you decide to, overcome your fear and take that action that your desires have been calling you to take again and again and again, the minute you finally take that, you want to go rest in the loving arms of this parent. You want to go rest in the loving arms of the universe. Just imagine that. What a beautiful vision that is. Yeah. And I've spoken about this in my meditation that is a bonus in the Inner Circle Extraordinary Love Group Coaching Program. There's a anchoring into your new normal meditation there. And I talk about the universe being this loving energy behind us, always, always. And so I wanted to come in and share with you, this beautiful vision of the universe being that loving parent in your life that actually is always going to look after you, that's always going to be on your side. And all that it wants from you is to stand up and be on your own side. Yeah, this is where the universe is like, hey, I'm here waiting for you, waiting to support you, waiting to give you everything that you desire. But first, you have to step up for yourself and stand on your own side. You have to take that first risk, and then you can come rest in my arms. You can come be safe with me. And I promise you, that you're safe. I promise you that you're loved. I promise you that I am here to help you fulfill and have all that which you desire. Okay? But it starts with you, and it starts with us. So those are my steps of overcoming your fears around anything. Quick recap. Step number 1, reframe. So even before the steps, let's quickly reframe. You can't get rid of fear. Fear is not to be seen as an enemy, but a companion on your journey as you up-level in life and go for everything that you desire, everything which you desire, right? Fear is always going to be there, so you can't really get rid of it. What you want to do is you want to manage it. How do you manage it? Number 1, you recognize the voices of fear. Number 2, you recognize what you would do if you were not afraid. What is it that you desire, and what would you do if you were not afraid? Number 3 is to actually go do exactly that thing. Go do exactly that thing. Yeah? Number 4, relax in the arms of the loving parent that is the universe. Relax in the love of the universe. Relax in the knowing that you're safe. Relax that the universe always has your back. Relax that the universe actually wants to see you succeed. And so it's going to do everything to see you succeed once you start to stand on your own side. This, ladies, this divas, is the way to get unstuck in life. And if you feel that since last year or since the last 2, 3, 4, 5 years in your life, nothing has changed, then most probably it is fear that is keeping you stuck. Yeah, it is keeping you stuck and it is keeping you safe. But safe is not where growth happens, and safe is not where your desires and dreams come true. So if you're done with hanging around on the group and just reading free posts, and you're really serious about, up-leveling, and you're ready to overcome your fears and ready to do the process that I teach women to attract their soulmate, or to enhance the quality of their current relationships, to enhance the quality of their life and live at their best potential and their best self, then I warmly invite you to connect with me over a connection call. And I am enrolling for the Inner Circle Extraordinary Love group coaching program currently. It's priced at only $3,000 for 8 months of coaching support. And it's an amazing program because it's very wide variety issues that we cover there. We, help you with, of course, we have a group for single women and we have a group for women in relationships and married women. But we help you with everything. We really help you with colleague issues and job issues and boundary issues and vulnerability issues. We help you with all of that stuff. And the results from last year's Inner Circle have been phenomenal. Women have gotten engaged. So many women who were in my last Inner Circle started their own businesses and really shot up in their energy and really succeeded at their businesses. So many women, some of my clients from the last Inner Circle got married, had babies. So, the extent to what you can achieve is really limitless. And that's because you are a limitless creator. You, the ones who are watching this, whether live or on replay, you are limitless creators. But it is your small mind and your fears that limit you. Yeah. And it happens to everybody. It happens to the best of people. It happens to me as well. But what is important is that we are able to recognize when those fears are operating. We're able to recognize that, we're doing this to ourselves, and we're able to snap out of that fear, and we're able to tune into our desires. We're able to, energetically take control of ourselves and of our mind, say yes to our desires, and actually do that scary thing that feels like it's going to kill us. I promise you it won't. I promise you on the other side lie all your desires. Lie all your desires. So it's only about recognizing that fear, letting go of it, doing exactly that which you would do if you were not afraid, and then relaxing in the loving arms of the universe, which is apparent for all of us and for all of our desires. So if you're that woman, sincere, motivated, kick-ass, high-achieving, and totally ready for love in her life, then reach out. My assistant is going to put the connection call booking form for all of you in the comments and in the title of this video. And the connection calls are not a way to get free coaching. I'm not into free. There's a lot of free stuff I give here. Connection calls are really about me connecting with my soul clients and people who are really freaking ready to make that step, ready to take that risk, ready to dive in. And that's how we connect on connection calls. And of course, we have to see if I can help you achieve the goals that you do have in mind, and I have to see if you're a good fit to receive my support. But that's what connection calls look like. They're not a way to get free coaching. I am not into free coaching. I'm not into free stuff. I give away a lot of free stuff on this group, and if free is what you want, then this is what you get. But if you want more, if you want more encouragement, more accountability, if you want more in detail depth, if you want my personal presence in your life and to be your cheerleader, then that's why you book that connection call, because you want more. Okay? I'm looking forward to connecting with some of you. Lots of love, reach out and take care. Bye-bye.